Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Chris, and we are in downtown Ludington for today's segment. We're at Snyder's Shoes. Jill Snyder. Jill, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here. This is great. I wear, and I have shoes on right now, Snyder's shoes. I have probably 4 or 5 pairs that I rotate through, and I would assume that's probably on the low end. I need more shoes, don't I?
But yeah, we could definitely add more to your mix.
All right, sounds good. We're going to go inside here in a moment, and there's some styles from around the world we're going to be talking about.
Yep.
We want to congratulate you on a cool anniversary and accomplishments. So if you know where we're at, and we'll pan around because people know where Snyder's Shoes normally is, but this is right at the intersection of Ludington Avenue and South James Street. It's such a great spot. You're right next to Legacy Plaza. And this store has been here for how many years now?
Close to 40, this store has been here.
Wow, It's great. It's an establishment here in downtown Ludington. Well, let's go inside and see some of the styles. How's that?
Let's go in. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's start there because Georgie, right?
Yes, Georgie.
Our customer service, hi Georgie, wave at the camera there and all that good stuff. You have an award that you just received based on that great customer service, right?
Yeah, Gold Medal Service Award from Footwear Insight.
Okay. And
to be honest, it's quite a huge honor. They go all around the United States, they travel, and they shop secretly. Okay. Secret shoppers go around the U.S., they shop different stores, and there's a small list of those that have made it onto it. And basically, in order to get that Gold Service Award, you have to score so many points. So somebody walked in our door late September, and unbeknownst to us, they shopped our store, and we had to meet a lot of criteria with: did we greet them within a certain amount of time? Did they feel comfortable? Did we sit them down? Measure their feet, offer them try-on socks, offer to order a shoe if we didn't have it. There's a lot of, did we check their feet once they had it on? How did the process go as far as ringing them up? The whole thing. And so we scored high enough to be on it, so it was actually a huge honor, and we're pleased.
Well, and that checklist that you just went through, that's an important part of the shopping experience, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that. Tell us about why that is. And I would assume, if I can make an assumption, is because when people are shopping, they're investing, right, in their next shoe. They're investing in their feet, but it's bigger than that, isn't it?
It is, and you know what, Chris? They chose to walk through our door.
Okay. Yeah.
So, that's kind of a big deal, and it's like you're inviting them into your home. So you want them to feel warm, you want them to feel welcome, but not only that, we want to create an experience for them that makes them want to come back. And so that's really important. So just talking to them, listening to them, finding out what are your needs, what are your wants, but maybe honestly, we always say a lot of times they come to us for what their needs are. They don't always know that. They know what they want. So that's part of who we are. It's why we've been here for 85 years.
And let's highlight that because this is your 85th anniversary. And as you look around the store, it's amazing the product lines that you have here. And it's not just shoes. It is so much more. It's from jewelry and purses and such. You've been with the store. This is third generation, but obviously you grew up as part of the store and the family here. Have you noticed the changes over the years?
Yeah, definitely. So we're third generation owners. Okay. So about 18 years we've had this store from my mother and father-in-law, Jim and Susie Snyder. And when we took it over, we expanded the store, so it is a little bit bigger. We've renovated it, but the offerings there's some of the same. It's all quality, comfort, and fit. So we still a high quality and stuff that will be good fitting for all different foot types, because there's so many different issues and needs out there. So we still take care of all that, but we probably have possibly a little bit more fashion. Okay. And we also have a lot more accessories than what we used to. And we've also grown it now to where we buy internationally, and that's new. So the past maybe year and a half, we've started to travel to different shows, Italy, Milan, to different places to try to bring in shoes that you just can't find anywhere.
Yeah, and let's move back to, and what country are these shoes from that we're looking at here? Turkey.
Istanbul, yes,
Okay.
yes. These were all made in Turkey. They just arrived in our store. And this is a really fun line for us called Karaoke. And we're actually able to somewhat design the shoes. So if I find a style that we like, we have tons of leather that we can choose from, all these different samples. And so we've, chose this shoe to be made in this colorway for our store. So we could pick and choose and piece it together. So it's been a lot of fun. And the leathers are all beautiful. They're really buttery, Turkish leathers.
And do you see that technology and comfort and style and all of that is crucially important? Because 15 years ago, 10 years ago, you wouldn't be able to, have interchangeable glasses or styles that you could pick online and so on and so forth. How important is it now this day and age?
Well, it's really important for us. You're saying like to have something maybe here that you can't find online?
Yeah, or you, as mentioned, the styles that you're able to select and those colors that you're able to do before you even have them shipped from the factory.
Yes, we are. And so it's, a lot of things. It can be customized to northern Michigan versus a store that might be down south. It's a shoe that they won't find anywhere else, which we really like that about it, and still offers the same quality. Because we're importing it and bringing it in, quite often the price point is really reasonable, where some might think it would be higher. If anything, we're able to offer a shoe at a little bit lower price point. And so that's also been a really neat thing to do, for sure.
We talk about, and price point is so important, because it does, and I've noticed it. It was funny because when I got my first pair of shoes here at Snyder's and moved away from, I'll say, the factory outlet stores and others, you not only feel the difference, you have quality, but also just being able to be educated on that shoe and how it's going to help your gait, your comfort level. It is truly about not buying that special discounted priced shoe. It's about taking care of your feet, right?
It completely is about taking care of your feet. And some of what you're talking about would really fall into the category of our athletics. And just making sure that you're wearing a shoe that really works for you and what you have going on. So whether you need a shoe that's full cushion or supportive, the width, there's so many different things that we look at when we're trying to get you fitted for a proper shoe. So it is really important to sit down, get measured, have somebody spend some time bringing out shoes and really seeing what works for you. And it's an investment. And when you're doing athletics today, a lot of the shoes, definitely the price point of them, $120, it's not unusual to go up to $160. Make sure we get it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then some of our shoes actually have a nice comfort guarantee that come with them, which has been really helpful as well. And
we're looking at some of the athletic shoes here. Hoka is on there. What other brands are we looking at?
Hoka, a newer one for us, fairly new, is Ultra. There is On Running, which has been also had a huge following. The Hoka's had a huge following. Brooks, which is still just a phenomenal athletic shoe. Absolutely love those. And then New Balance is on the wall. And then something we're going to have a lot more of this year is pickleball. We've had a huge demand for that. So we really seeked out some good pickleball shoes, so we'll be all set for that for the summer too.
And you're hearing and seeing the popularity of that sport.
Yes.
And so as a shoe retailer, you have to adapt to that kind of thing, right?
Oh, we do. And the thing is it was not as easy to find as we thought it would be. And I think everybody's trying to rush to get the right product manufactured for that. So I think you'll start to see more, but for now we do have some coming in. I think we have Asics, New Balance, maybe Saucony, one Hoka. So there'll be a little variety on our wall for sure.
And there's some fun styles. I'm seeing a Merrill here that's pretty colorful. And
that one does really well. So that's that you're pointing at something that you're seeing a new trend, which would be a lot of trail shoes. So instead of just a plain hiker or an athletic running shoe, there's kind of that, like where they mixed.
Absolutely.
And so trail shoes are becoming just a bigger item right now.
and we've got the state park, so that's great convenience. Plus, we're getting ready for spring and summer. So I have to ask,
Yes.
take us through what we should put on our radar in regards to styles or comfort, or is there as you just mentioned a few moments ago with that one, but in the next month or two, what should we really be looking at?
Oh, you're going to make me choose?
I know.
There's a lot of Birkenstock coming in.
Okay.
Still, I love them because they're so good for your feet. So it's just a really great quality, great support. So that kind of makes us happy to see, all ages choosing a shoe of that kind of quality.
And we saw the Birkenstock in the front, right? With some of the sandals
yes,
there? Yes,
you will see so many more coming. We probably will have the most Birkenstocks that we've ever had this spring and summer. So that's still a huge trend. Athleisure is still a really big trend. So like on running to put one of the sneakers on, or for example, we have these really cute, these are Victoria. These are made in Spain. Some New Balance. Olakai came out with a really great athletic sneaker that's a little more athleisure. So, and these are all made in Turkey, another new line.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful and beautiful
Look at that
leathers.
style, that's really neat.
So you could do something a little bit simpler if you like that. But right now they're wearing, male and female, everybody's wearing white sneakers with everything.
Okay.
So, and how you're dressed today, it wouldn't be unusual to see you in a pair of like clean white sneakers.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So that is going to be something that, a trend that's still huge.
Okay.
And so we have an awful lot of that. And then we also have some over in the men's section as well. So that's probably another good look.
Yeah, and we just saw a sneak peek of the men's section, but there's the dress shoes and other styles there. So when people think of Snyder's, don't just think, hey, it's for women's shoes and purses and the accessories.
No.
Guys should be shopping here too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a few new lines that will even be coming in for the men. Some of the shoes that are really big for the guys right now are the Piccolino line. They're absolutely beautiful. Some of theirs are made in Spain in a few other spots, but they're really a great line. And so we have another line coming in that we picked up for men, and they're getting manufactured for us. Brazil, I believe, is where they're getting made, and they also make shoes for Johnston & Murphy. So we found somebody to make us shoes. So we have a new men's line coming in,
and
actually a few of them.
And look at these comfort, oh my gosh, right there. That's what us guys really need.
Slippers?
Yes, absolutely.
We still sell a lot. COVID, we sold tons.
Yeah.
But, it's really important to have something good under your feet and not always go bare feet.
Yep, correct.
So those are great for at home.
And your slogan is "Don't let your feet go naked," right?
Right. We don't want people to let their feet go naked.
No, absolutely not. Let's make sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah.
85th year, you're celebrating your anniversary. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
The Customer Service Award, that's a pretty big deal.
Thank you.
We saw the group photo of the staff. They must be feeling pretty good about their accomplishments, right?
Yeah, they are. And unfortunately, we couldn't get everybody in on that. But everybody is. I think it's really an honor.
Yeah. And you have the two locations, Ludington and Manistee.
Yeah.
Manistee, I believe, is a little bit older
They're
than
85.
Ludington.
They're the ones that are truly 85.
Yes. Yeah.
So while we're celebrating it, this location was the second location. And back in the day, believe it or not, we had a store our grandpa had the store in Traverse City. There was one in Holland.
Oh, yeah.
So there were actually a lot of other locations back in the day. But since we've had it, there's two.
Yeah, and that's great. And that still is the experience of coming in, being able to, because we talk about online shopping and everything like that, but there's nothing like sitting down here, trying on a shoe, walking back and forth. You have the large mirrors, see what it looks like on your feet. That's important, isn't it?
It's hugely important. Yeah, it's part of taking great care of your feet. And we always kind of joke, but what's underneath, like your mattress, your good tires and good shoes, whatever's underneath you is really important. And just coming in and getting measured, I think, is a kind of a big deal. Just let somebody help you, take good care of them, and get you the right fit. I can't tell you how many times people will walk in and they'll say, oh no, I wear this size. And we're like, well, can you just give us a minute? Can we just quick measure you? And it's like, well, nobody's ever done that. Okay. And then all of a sudden you bring out shoes and it's like, well, these feel really good. And you're not quite telling them yet, but you've been wearing maybe a whole size off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's just, it's good. It's what we do.
An
we love
education,
doing it.
and it's important. I saw a box up here. Let's go up here before we wrap up. And Smart Wool, and you have an
Yes.
event that you've been doing for how many years now?
Actually, this is fairly new for them, second year.
Okay.
And so it's an upcycle program, and it's really cool. So for this whole month of March, we're in April.
Yep.
The whole month of April, if you bring in any sock, it just has to be clean.
Yes.
It could be one, it could be a pair, it could have a hole in it, it could be any brand. You bring it in and throw it in our bin, it will all get recycled. Okay. Last year they used it to make dog beds. Upcycle did. So they didn't really communicate what it's going to exactly be this year. We could assume maybe still the dog beds, but we will then take this entire box and it will get shipped out to them, and instead of the landfill, they're going to make something out of them.
That's cool. And we lose socks all the time. At least I do, in the dryer, in the washer, somewhere they're in there. So that one that does, needs a home, this is a home for it, and for a great cause.
Yeah, and we decided to throw a promotion in. So during this whole month, buy 3, get 1 free for Smart Wool, Darn Tough, Sockwell, and any Birkenstock socks. Just so if you need to go through your socks and replace them, we'll help you out.
All right, sounds good. Joe, did we miss anything else to talk about for Snyder Shoes today?
Well, we have some more stuff coming up, but I think for now, no, we just have a lot of new stuff in the back room still to put out.
Okay.
And be exciting. So stop in and see some more new spring stuff.
You got it. Snyder Shoes right here, corner of South James and Ludington Avenue, and then on River Street in Manistee, right?
Yep,
right there.
absolutely.
And check them out. We've got some events and happenings to talk about, but Jill, thanks for taking some time.
You're
with us
welcome.
today.
Thank you for coming in.
You got
it. All
it.
righty.
Let's talk about some of the activities that going on this weekend. We were at Sandcastle's Children's Museum just the other day, last week for our segment, and on April 7th for Easter egg coloring, that's this coming Friday. They're open from 9:30 to 3 o'clock on that day. Admission $9 per person, and if you're under 1, it's absolutely free, and they're inviting their members to come in. We talked to them last week that it's so important to support events and locations in the Ludington area like Sandcastle's Children's Museum. So make sure you take some time and think about signing up as a member, because the savings is incredible, the amount of times that you probably would spend at Sandcastles. On Saturday this week, the Ludington Area Center for the Arts annual abstract exhibit is open from 11 to 2 o'clock at LACA. There's jewelry, the prints, textiles, as well as sculptures, ceramics, the collages, mixed media, the photography, pastels. That's all happening again this Saturday, 11 to 2 p.m. at LACA. And if you haven't stepped into the Ludington Area Center for the Arts in a while, you're going to be shocked. From the new store to all of the new exhibits and the new improvements that they have, you want to make a trip to LACA this season early, and then more often throughout the summer. Coming up on Friday, the Heavy Spirits will be at the Mitten Bar. They'll have the band Heavy Spirits, Funk and Soul outfit based out of Northwest Ohio. On this Saturday, as we celebrate Easter weekend at Cornerstone Baptist Church, and we've got a lot of people asking about Easter egg hunts and scavenger hunts and all that good stuff. Well, this Saturday, Cornerstone Baptist Church is having their annual Easter egg hunt. They'll have an area for preschoolers and younger, an area for elementary students, and that happens at 2 o'clock this Saturday. On Sunday for Easter, from 3 until 4:30 p.m., there's an Easter egg hunt for children's age 4 through through 5th grade at United Methodist Church. That's on Bryant. So again, 3 to 4:30 p.m. and you want to get there early, because you know how Easter egg hunts happen and take place. Within a few minutes, those eggs might be gone for that particular age group. So make sure you get out there. On Saturday, the day before, the 10:30, there's an Easter egg hunt and scavenger hunt at St. John's Lutheran Church. And we were talking with Pastor David the other day about this, and they've kind of restructured their Easter egg hunt into a scavenger hunt. And you'll go to each station and collect eggs, but you'll learn about Christ and rising and all of the good information that you should during the Easter season. So again, that's happening at St. John's Lutheran Church there on Rowe. And finally, it's comedy night at Timbers coming up this Saturday night, 9 p.m. Tickets are just $11. You can't go wrong with that. The seating begins at 8:30 p.m. with the show, like I said, starting at 9. Reserve your tables by calling Timbers 231 425-3774, and the shows have been incredible. We need more humor in our lives, and that's a great event right there at Timbers for the comedy show. We're at Snyder Shoes, and we're wrapping up Talk of the Town. We appreciate you viewing today. Back next Thursday at noon, and in between, promise me, you'll stop into Snyder Shoes, either in Manistee or Ludington, and check out the styles that they have. I'm Chris with Talk of the Town. Have a great